Well, making sure that all children of all abilities have the opportunity to have a personalized, supportive education. Pattison's Academy is a school designed to support children with disabilities and provide them with a life-changing education all year round. Live 5's Nick Reagan spoke with the school's CEO on their goal and how they work to support kids and families.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nick Reagan, and I am here with Dr. Laura Gansey here at Pattison's Academy. Now, for those who maybe don't know what this school is, break it down for us. What is it that you guys do here?
Absolutely. Pattison's Academy is actually a nonprofit organization that has 4 distinct program areas that serves individuals with disabilities in the Low Country here. Our biggest program is our charter school, and we do have classrooms between pre-K 4 all the way up to high school. Our individuals here are served from 4 years old up to 21 years old. And we provide an integrated, holistic service programming for our students, including occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, along with special education. So it's an extremely comprehensive kind of programming that is really unique to this population and to this community. There's no other program like it here in the Low Country. So we're really happy to be able to serve a segment of our population that I think is often overlooked and don't receive the types of quality care that they deserve, and we're able to provide that here. We also have an early intervention program that goes into the homes and serves children birth to 3, navigating potential issues with development. We have also outpatient therapy services that we provide, OT, PT, and speech. And we also have a summer camp over the summer so that there's no regression over their summer for our kiddos, and they also continue to receive these kinds of services throughout the year.
Now, you guys are really filling in and providing services to a niche population, but you know, how important is the mission here? How important is this school?
It's extremely important. I mean, if you speak to our families, a lot of them actually moved here to be able to send their child to this school because there's just no other place like it. They wouldn't be receiving the same kinds of services, both in quality and quantity, at a typical kind of school, just because the infrastructure and the staff wouldn't be available. And so this type of programming allows families to be able to continue working. They have a place where they feel they can leave their child, and their child is learning, they're progressing, they're reaching milestones that they didn't think they were going to reach, and they know that their child is safe and having fun and is being cared for in an environment where we truly, truly value them. And so I think being able to provide that opportunity is just so important for these families. The other piece too is that we're able to consolidate a lot of care for these families. Some of our students have up to 20 specialist visits that they have to go to in a month. And we're able to consolidate that care here because we're providing all of the different kinds of therapy. We also have a pretty extensive nursing program as well. We have a nurse practitioner on site. We have specialists coming in from MUSC once a quarter to be able to provide services directly on campus as well. And so again, families aren't having to leave work and having to take their child out of school. All of that time outside of work in an educational setting, we're able to fill that gap, and they're not having to do all of that. So it's a huge weight, I think, also lifted off their shoulders, and it's a support for them.
Now, you are wrapping up your first semester here. You know, what have you been able to personally impact, and where are you taking this school and this program?
Yeah, so my background is actually as a researcher, and I think that the biggest sort of shift in direction and goal for me this semester and for the organization as a whole has really been to focus on evaluating the significant impact our services have on our clients, our families, and the wider community, honestly. So we've been able to really implement some shifts and changes and some processes to collect quality data and have an ability to evaluate that data to share with our funders, community donors, so that we can scale this program and we can become a best practice program to be able to replicate across the state or even the country, because we know that this type of programming really makes a difference. And so it's about being data informed and data driven and highlighting those pieces to everybody that's interested in providing services for these kinds of clients.
Is there a hope that at some point you guys would feel comfortable enough to expand further and further?
Absolutely, that's definitely our goal. We are looking for to be able to have a building that's specifically suited for our children, because they are often not ambulatory, they require a lot of equipment, so they have specific needs that a typical building, even if if it has disabilities in mind, sometimes it's not necessarily keeping in mind our specific students and children. And so we want to be able to build a space where not only do they feel loved and comfort and supported, but that it's specifically meant for their needs. And so we are, in a couple of years, hopefully going to embark on a capital campaign to be able to build that building and have a home for all of our programs here and our kids and families. So, and of course, being able to expand to more than just Charleston County and being able to serve potentially other locations, that would be amazing, because I know that these kinds of families exist everywhere, and I think often they're just not thought about in terms of the communities and children that we really need to be supporting and reaching as community members. So that's definitely the goal.
Well, right, and right now it's my understanding you guys are operating out of an old CCSD school. Yes. Hopefully someday you'll have your own place. Yes. But speaking of spaces, I think folks may be looking around and seeing behind us, you know, what's going on, where are we, what are we doing? Can you talk a little bit about the specific space that we're in right now, and maybe some of the things that folks are seeing behind us?
Yeah, this is our therapy gym, and so again, we're so blessed to be able to have a space where we can bring our children and students out for specific physical therapy appointments, occupational therapy, and even speech therapy. And a lot of the equipment that you see here wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our amazing donations and supporters that have been able to provide not just dollars in terms of funding for us to be able to purchase this equipment, but even donating this equipment. And so without that, we wouldn't have such a robust ability to be able to serve our children in the way that we want to serve.
Right, and folks can help you guys out. You've got an event coming up here in the next couple of months that makes this space possible. Can you talk a little bit about that event and how folks can help out if they want?
We are really excited about Keeping the Pace, or KTP. It's our signature fundraising event of the year. And I love this event because we share it with the community that we serve. And it's a really great way to highlight their lived experience, but also supporting them through really having the community come out and share some fun times with family members. It is a stationary bike ride, so it's like a bike-a-thon, which I love, I think is wonderful. And we're able to have the kids out there on their equipment, also doing rides, and just highlighting how much this organization means to them and how much the community's support and donations are able to contribute to an individual and family's life in a very profound way.
And of course the mission that you guys have here to serve that entire community.
Absolutely.
Again, it's Pattison's Academy. Dr. Laura Gansey, thank you so much for having us here in your school.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.